Hello and welcome to Thought for March the 18th. Our readings are Leviticus chapter 26, Psalms 137, 138 and 139, and Luke chapter 9. And our thought is, fearfully and wonderfully made. In Psalm 139 today we read, O Lord, you have searched me and known me. And this caused me to recall a conversation with a dear brother who has since passed. He was reminiscing about being a child in England during the Second World War. He commented, I remember searchlights as a boy. Beams of light would sweep across the sky from near where I lived. They were searching for enemy planes. If they found one, they would lock onto it and the gunners would try to shoot it down. My wife had gunners right near her house. Now we were reminded of this by our reading of Psalm 139 today, with that verse which we began, O Lord, you have searched me and known me. You know when I sit down and when I rise up. You search out my path. Psalm 139 verses 1 to 3. But David realises that God's power to see extends far beyond what we do physically. We read, You discern my thoughts from afar, even before a word is on my tongue. Psalm 139 verse 4. In the language young people use today, they would describe that as awesome, the thought that God knows our thoughts even before we put them into words. That really is a searchlight on the mind. We cannot limit the meaning to David personally, but there is even more than this in what he writes. A wonderful inspiration by God. We read, For you formed my inward parts. You knitted me together in my mother's womb. I praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your eyes saw my unformed substance. Psalm 139 verses 13, 14 and 16. Today, clever men have unravelled some of the secrets of DNA and the human genome. David was inspired to write 3,000 years ago of his unformed substance, that is, DNA. Finally, the word search occurs again at the climax of the psalm. Search me, O God, and know my heart. Try me and know my thoughts, and lead me in the way everlasting. Psalm 139 verses 23 and 24. Would you want to sense God's searchlight on our thoughts? If the answer is no, then should it not also be no to the question as to whether we want to be led by God in the way everlasting? Well, thank you once again for joining us for Thought for the Day, where together we can open up the pages of God's Word, knowing that Word to be a lamp to our feet and a light to our path.